y'all got that one letter thing. You gotta meet Edison in the bar, the Burly Badger in Rice.
The Burly Badger?
The Burly Badger.
Alright, I'm writing down important things.
At 10 a.m.
Make sure to write that down.
Are we gonna say what we're playing, or are we...
Sure, if you so desire.
Alright. I'll go first, I guess. I am Grizzly, Grizz in quotations, Dungledoin, so you can call him Grizz. He's 74 years old. He is a dwarf fighter of 4'4" stature, 240 pounds. That seems a bit much.
No,
But,
that's about right for a dwarf, actually.
Okay. Well, his father is dead. He was killed by a bear in trying to protect him, and he died. And his mother was like, "I hate you. I'm going to call you Grizzly now. Your name is Grizzly." So that's why his name's Grizzly. He doesn't remember his other name, so that's why he's called Grizzly. It's not a normal name. But his mother just resented him, and he just left home one day, and he started working at this tavern under a guy named Mundy Brickchin, Sawyer's crotch.
Wait, what?
Camera went down to Sawyer's crotch, but
Man, I didn't know it was this type of show.
yeah, he learned all his stuff from this guy named Mundy at the Tavern, how to just live, how to fight, how to survive, stuff like that. And he attempted to reconcile with his mother when he got older. He went back to go see her, but she was gone. Nobody knows where she is. It's a mystery. And he...
Are you like reading directly?
Yeah, I wrote it down. I'm skimming most of it.
Damn it, Carl Cthulhu. Why won't you
Grizz
stay?
gained his treasure lust while hanging around the tavern. Various stories of adventures and shit like that got him excited. So he smuggled himself onto a ship where he blended in as a pirate, and he put an eye patch on, and he hasn't taken that eye patch off in 20 years. Alright? So, yeah, he's gonna have a little... His eye is lazy, and now he is like, what would be under his eye patch after not touching it for 20 years? Like, I guess...
He's got like permanent skin discoloration. Like it's just a sheet white for the eye patch shape.
Yeah.
Forever. And it burns really easily.
Yeah,
So,
in,
it's only ever sheet white or horrifically sunburnt.
yeah, so in town he's always gonna be wearing an eye patch, but when he's his battle time, he's gonna go like whoop, and flip it up, and it'll be battle time. But yeah, that's Grizz's story. Really, it's very intense. Yep, that's it.
Alright, who's next? Nobody?
You are, I guess.
We're just
Maria.
done with... Oh, gosh. Okay. So my character is Oberon the Simple. He was born to a former sea captain who eventually succumbed to madness, and he decided to name his son Oberon after one time he got into a shipwreck and got stranded on an island, and he believes that the Fairy King saved him, and he washed up ashore on the village he now currently lives in, covered in flowers, so he's pretty convinced that the Fairy King saved him. And when he settled down, he ended up marrying a lovely owlbear named Miranda. And together they had a beautiful Oberon.
Beautiful Oberon.
Oberon the Beautiful. That's his name.
And basically, he ended up taking his father's footsteps and going out to sea when he was very young and trying his hand at being a pirate. But in the end, he just kind of liked gathering treasure in general, and he found out he gets seasick really super easy. So he's like, I think I'll just stick to land instead. And he's in love with a witch girl in his town who hates his guts, but he does not understand. And so he always brings her gifts and flowers and all the treasure that he gets, and she just wishes he would go away. And
Poor
yeah,
guy.
he's just a
Man, that is a tragic backstory.
he's a pretty overly optimistic guy. That's pretty much it. He's simple.
Oberon. Is it Oberon or Oberon?
Oberon.
Oberon. Alright.
Isn't that like a type of candy?
Type of beer.
Toblerone.
Oberon.
Toblerone. Okay. I know it's a type of beer, but
Why are you using a stupid orc ninja picture?
That's what I said.
Because I'm too lazy to get the other picture onto my computer and then change it.
Fair enough.
Legit.
See, now I feel like an idiot.
Alright. Let's just go down the line on my screen and have Kyle next. Eh?
Are we doing backstories? Alright.
Yep.
Yep.
Mine's relatively short, but basically, I was abandoned by my parents at a young age, and
man, everybody here has frickin' parental issues.
Mine doesn't.
Basically, I was
Having
abandoned
an
by my parents
owlbear
at a
for
young
a
age.
mother is an issue for me. Anyway, sorry.
As a
continue.
youngin, I tried multiple times to find foster parents or guardians that would take me in, with no avail because of who I was, and so I basically grew up on the streets, and I lived among the urchins and the thieves and the beggars, the prostitutes, etc., etc. And I basically learned how to
Became one.
survive
Oh.
by surviving in the city streets, and I worked with other ruffians and thugs to basically hone my craft and develop skills that would allow me to go unseen, avoid danger, you know, gather coin from people without them noticing, so I could mete out a meager existence. I was bullied as well by many. Any of those who knew of my true heritage would shun me and basically try to run me out of the area, but the few friends I did make helped me grow through my adolescence to become the young man I am today. Which I
Is that his voice? That should be his voice.
whatever. So basically, that's pretty much it. There's not much else. I didn't really pick a city. I didn't think it was really important to pick like a
It's
particular.
not super important.
Not really super important, but basically that's my deal. So I'm not exactly the nicest guy around.
You're a
because of-
rogue?
Yeah, I'm a rogue. But yeah.
Bueno.
I feel like this
And
is
from what he was
necessary.
describing, here I thought he was a black person.
Wow.
All right.
Yes, that should be necessary. Fortunately, I'm too lazy to go get the sound clip for it.
So what you're saying is that the people in this land are very against black people.
They're incredibly racist.
Oh my god.
It's Sawyer's turn. He's next on my screen.
My turn. Okay. So everybody else is pretty tragic. I still have no idea what's going on. So my guy was born black as a bean. Right? And then
Wait, hold on,
he was-
hold on. I've gotta do some stuff.
Black as a black bean or black as like a pinto bean?
as in like a black bean.
Oh, okay.
It's
Pretty
pretty
black.
black.
Yes.
Okay. So anyways, so my guy was born black as a bean, and his parents were also black as beans. But they were saintly people, so my guy didn't have parent issues. And then my guy got Michael Jackson syndrome, and he had to bleach himself and become white.
The bass drop came just in time.
And then in the process, his hair also became blonde. And his eyes were always blue, so he didn't have to worry about that. That was the weird thing about him. He was a black guy with blue eyeballs. Natural blue eyeballs. But anyways, he was never particularly bullied, because his parents were like holy people and were high healers of whatever the hell he came from. I don't know. People liked his parents. And my guy was like, I'm gonna do that. So he became a healer dude. And then he worked for an orphanage and it burned down and all the orphans died. There's the tragedy.
Oh.
And now he goes off treasure hunting to try and find more gold to rebuild an orphanage and not have it burned down because he was once a black man.
Wait, so it burned down because he used to be black?
I don't know. I'm just making shit up. Yes, people burned down the orphanage he worked for out of a hate crime for a race that he used to be, even though he's still technically the same race, but now
So
he's
I'd
white.
like to point out that the people in this country aren't actually racist against black people.
Well, you should have told me that before I made up all this hoopla.
Well, there's still probably people that would perpetuate a hate crime, right?
But probably against orphans, probably, yeah.
Blacker.
Wow. Black orphan.
That just took a turn.
Orphan black.
I don't know. Everyone else had tragic daddy issues. My person
I've
didn't
got tragic
have
daddy issues too.
Mine were very brief.
I don't have daddy issues, I just don't like anybody.
Fair
You
enough.
didn't have
So
parents.
it's just like real life.
You're right. I mean, I'm not gonna. You're
I
right.
think that's what your last character's theme was too. He didn't like anybody.
I feel like that sounds familiar.
Yeah. Right, Nathan.
Well, Lance, you might need to help me because I'm sure I'm gonna screw it up. But
Mine was horrible though.
My dude's an elf. His name is Tyrion Locke. And
Oh,
he,
yeah.
yeah,
I forgot. My guy's name is
Oh yeah, his name.
Heywood Jablowme. There we go. I forgot that.
that's the best part about your character, really.
Hey, would you blow me?
My guy's name is Tyrion Locke, and he was exiled from his homeland by his father, who is the ruler. of
Jesus
his homeland.
Christ!
And basically, he refused to marry someone he didn't want to marry, and his father was pissed off about it. So he sent him away so that he wouldn't have to, so he could inherit his younger brother instead, and basically just make him an outcast. So instead of just moping, he joined a band of pirates because he thought it'd be a more exciting life than just muddling along on his own.
So here's a question. Is it the cool kind of outcast band that raps?
Hey.
Why not?
How does one inherit their brother?
I know that's what I thought.
Okay,
I
you
missed
know,
that.
as I meant in like disinheriting Tyrion and
You mean
whatever the word
disowning?
is for making someone the heir to their fortunes, etc., and titles.
I have no idea.
Yeah, whatever that word is, that's the word I meant instead of that awkward bumbling.
I do.
So what you're saying is you fucked him.
No.
What?
No.
And my guy's a ranger.
An
Oh, I
elf
thought you were
ranger.
gonna say
110.
racist.
Is he elf? Elf ranger.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
So how many of us are pirates? Because I'm not a
I'm a
pirate.
pirate.
I'm just posing as a pirate for 20 years.
I think if you pose for a pirate as a pirate for 20 years, you
No.
count as a pirate.
You don't become a pirate just by pretending to be one for 20 years.
Like an undercover cop pretending to be a gangster.
Yeah, exactly what he's doing. He's undercover.
You don't wear an eye patch for 20 years unless you're a player.
He's hardcore. He's deep undercover. Deep.
So yeah, I think. Excuse me. I think that's everything. Everybody.
What about
the
the
boss ends
player
up being like a
character?
raging daddy monster.
It is all your fathers combined.
My guy didn't have daddy issues.
Mine was dead. Is he a zombie? Zombie
Damn
dead?
straight, he's a zombie.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Anyway,
What
yeah,
about the
so
Lissandra lady? Does she have?
You
any
don't know
story?
her.
Oh.
You don't know her.
You don't know me.
She's not even in your journal yet, so
She's on the map.
Yeah. you'll have
I
to
chased
find
that booty.
The booty.
Anyway, so y'all are in the bar. The Burly Badger. It's approaching. There's the ambiance. Okay. It is approaching 10 a.m. where you're supposed to meet Edison, your informant contact person, in the third room on the left. He told you to remember 2 wheels of goat cheese and a tankard of your finest ale.
Yes.
Wow,
4.
Oh. Did we have like actual letters we were supposed to read that were to our characters?
Not individually.
They were all the same, and they were in the intro document.
Ah,
The letter said, "Friend, I've received some information regarding a business venture you might be interested in. Next week on the 6th, meet me at the Burly Badger Inn at Rice in Lissa at 10 a.m. sharp. I'll be in the third room on the left. Remember 2 wheels of goat cheese and a tankard of your finest ale. I'll see you then. Signed, E."
Way to go, Sawyer.
So like 5 or 6 people come burling into this this tavern. Each of them has like a bunch of cheese in their hands.
I don't know. It depends on how you interpret it. Remember
I got
2
two.
wheels?
I got 2 wheels and a tankard.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
my guy was there at 9 a.m. because he's that kind of guy.
Okay.
2 wheels of cheese and a tankard of, I don't know,
Ale.
good berry juice.
Oh, that's
Good berry ale.
that's not good.
Goodberry mead could be a thing.
There
There
we
is
go.
a mead
Good berry
called
mead.
Dwarf Invasion, and it's delicious. That's what I brought.
Oh. Well,
I
I just
did
brought.
drink something, but got hungry along the way and ate the cheese, and then got a little bit thirsty and drank the ale, and now I'm just kind of standing there looking pleased with myself.
I've been
Definitely
sitting at the
mine.
bar for sure, just guzzling down some of my own ale, but not his ale. He has his own special tankard.
So, do we have a pre-existing relationship with each other, or are we just kind of coming together as?
If you so choose, you have a pre-existing relationship. If you didn't establish it by now, then I'm just going to say you don't.
Okay,
You guys
well,
don't know each other.
Are we all kind of establishing where we are right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm waiting by the door of the third room on the left.
You notice there's a woman also waiting by the door of the third room at the left.
Oh, hello.
How long has she been there? Because my guy was there an hour early.
An hour
Standing
early?
there.
Yes.
She showed up about half an hour early.
Okay.
You see that she does not have cheese.
Oh, she's
My
fucked.
guy. I mean, honestly, my guy's just gonna. He's just gonna sit there in awkward silence for a while.
It's pretty much what she does too. Occasionally checking her time scroll or whatever. And,
Her time-
you know, looking around. It's
Guess
a
what?
device
That
that
sends you
tells
back in
time
time.
that's not a watch.
Is it magic?
Sundial?
It is magic. No, you can't use a sundial inside of a bar.
I don't think you've
You
ever
could,
tried
but it wouldn't be accurate.
Alright,
So, I mean, that's what my guy's doing. I don't know what you guys are doing.
well, when it's like getting closer to the time to go in to said room, Grizz is gonna stand up and be like, "Oh, let's go!" And he starts wheeling some cheese because it's really big. He has like some big ass cheese. He's like pushing it along the floor to the door. He's like, "Anybody want to lend a hand? This cheese is fucking huge."
I will bounce over and be like, "Of course, good sir. Let me carry that cheese for
Oh,
you, and
thank
then I'll
you.
pick it up with my massive burliness."
Oh. Well, that's only one. I have the other one. I'm gonna also pick it up because I was just pushing two of them. I'm gonna pick up the other one. Oh! That's my go-to noise of action.
I'm gonna walk over with my more reasonably sized cheese. Just kind of walk in with him.
So they're
Well,
they're
well,
heading towards me now with all this cheese.
Yep, they are.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's happening. They carry the cheese up the stairs and they're heading towards you.
So this is going to be the point where my guy kind of says in shock, "Bloody goodness, you guys have a lot of cheese."
Did you get the same letter that we got then?
Mayhaps. Do you have a thing of ale?
I hold up my dwarf invasion ale.
Everybody make a listen check.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Ah,
I haven't even established where I am yet.
Right.
Kyle doesn't
You
even know what
have
the
it.
fuck he's doing.
I was sitting in the corner by myself with my hood on, but nobody even...
Well, I guess we all just kind of assumed that. Okay.
I don't hear anything.
I hear all the things.
Sawyer.
Hold on.
Well, Kyle doesn't hear anything because he's not by the...
I was like, Kyle is better hearing from me.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
I heard the shit out of it.
I am getting up
Sorry.
to walk over. I have my...
He sees
And
this
then-
cheese.
Oh, she heard the shit
You
out
also
of it.
heard the shit
Wow,
out of
she
it.
rolled- Okay.
You-
Okay,
said something.
so everybody but Lance and Kyle, because Kyle hasn't made it upstairs yet, you hear some shuffling towards the door that appears to be coming from the inside, and it appears to be from a creature of considerable girth.
You can't ignore it. Can't ignore his girth.
Heywood's gonna say, "I wonder if that's the guy who brought us all here."
Make way for cheese! And I push it towards the door, and it starts rolling.
Do you push it up against the door?
Yes.
Does it hit it loud enough to make a knocking noise?
Yes! I'm knocking on the door with a wheel of cheese.
And then I want to follow up behind him carrying the other roll of cheese and being like, "I also brought cheese," and throw it at the door.
Christ.
Do I have to dodge this? I want to take this cheese to the back of the skull. I'm not moving.
Okay, your cheese breaks in half against the door. It
My
was very
cheese!
strong cheese.
It was my cheese. And she stole it. Well, I gave it to her and she claimed it as her own cheese.
Despite the considerable ruckus, nobody answers the door. Has Kyle made it upstairs yet to witness this scene?
And I am completely disinterested. And I push through them gently with my stuff. And I walk to the door, my head still down, and I knock quietly on the door.
Ah, you must be the waiter. Tell me, did you remember my order?
Cheese?
Is that what you scream out? Cheese!
Cheese! Yeah. I just say,
You
cheese!
hear Lance yell cheese before I can respond.
Apparently there's no response to my cheese.
Nothing else besides that. Just Lance yelling cheese.
I guess I'll say I don't believe that I'm the one you're expecting. I don't think that I'm the waiter. Or at least I'd like to think that I'm not the waiter.
The woman who had been standing next to the door sighs heavily, and she knocks on the door again. Ah, you must be the waiter! Do you remember my order? And she says rather exasperatedly, 2 wheels of goat cheese and a mug of our finest ale. And, okay, I had to mess around with some stuff. And
Oh god, was that just a password the entire time and we didn't actually...
yes! It was just a password the entire time.
I was just gonna let you guys figure that
Link is open! See a giant burly bear man with an eye patch.
Wait,
Ah, my friends! Come in, come in! And he ushers you all into the room.